Hello, I'm Oliver Eaton and welcome back to the channel, and it is that time of year now where we predict the Premier League table. The football kicks off again, finally, after such a small break. And we're going to go from 20th right up to that top, and just remember guys, it is just a bit of fun, so don't get too disheartened or upset if I put your team at the bottom. Okay, without further ado, let's start with 20th, and this year 20th I've gone for Fulham. Now Fulham, they got through. They were probably the dominant side outside of the top two, apart from Brentford. They got through fair and square on the playoffs. However, they're coming into a Premier League season. Have they reinvested into the team much? Probably not. They'll be relying on Mitrovic a lot, and I think it would just backfire on them again. I don't think they've spent as much money. They're not making the same mistakes, but I do tip them to finish in 20th place. In 19th, I've got West Brom. Now, West Brom did fall apart at the end of last season and did get promotion based on everyone else falling apart. Now, West Brom have made some signings. They are probably trying to get in some of them other strikers. I know they just signed one. Carlon Grant is on the cards. Could he go? Who knows? I mean, it would definitely bugger my team up. But West Brom, I think they'll struggle this season. They got an experienced manager, but I think they'll just be tipped in that 19th spot. In 18th, I have West Ham. Now, West Ham have been teetering around that, and they've been bringing in David Moyes, getting rid of him, bringing him back. They've fallen down in form, and they have a tricky start, and I wouldn't be surprised if West Ham are bottom of the table by Christmas. But, you know, they've got that experience. David Moyes is very experienced in the league, but I do tip them to get in the relegation places, just based on probably that poor start, if there is a poor start. In 17th, I have Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace did fall apart quite dramatically, and I've said that for everyone, but they fell apart quite bad at the end of last season, or certainly post-COVID. And Roy is still in a job, so I think Roy probably will survive at least until Christmas, and then he will be gone. And then it all comes down to whoever the new manager is. Whether they bring in a new manager, I mean, they might keep with Roy all season. If they keep with Roy, I think they could go down. I'm going to be honest. But is Zaha still there? I'm pretty sure he is. Is he going? He always seems to be going, don't he? Will he go? God knows. In 16th, I've got Aston Villa. Now, they stayed up thanks to that no-goal kind of scenario at Sheffield United's game. Aston Villa, though, they've invested quite a lot, actually, and I mean, it nearly backfired last season, but they've got Grealish still on the sides, and he's, you know, stepped up into England colours now. He may try and push them forward again. I think they may stay up this season, and I've predicted them there to do so. It is what it is. In 15th, I have Brighton. Now, I'm going to be honest, I predicted Brighton to go down every single season, and they just don't do it. So, Sod's Law will suggest that this is the year I've not predicted them to go down, and they probably will. But they've got Adam Lallana, and they've brought in some players. They're not relying on Glenn Murray anymore, but then again, he's probably past it a bit. I mean, he's at Watford now, isn't he? Brighton, I mean, they have Potter. He's done good things. I'm shocked about the Aaron Moy leaving, though. I can't understand that one. I mean, China, really? It'll be an interesting season for Brighton. I think they'll do enough to stay up, and, you know, they'll take that now, I'm sure. In 14th place, I have Burnley. Now, Burnley have really established themselves as a Premier League club now. And I think, would they take this or would they want a top 10? I'm not sure, actually. Burnley fans, you get in the comments about that one. But Burnley, I think they'll stay up. I don't think they'll be in a relegation battle at all. I just don't think they've got the squad depth or certainly the quality to hit that top 10. But I could be wrong. We'll see in 9 months' time. In 30th place, I've got Leeds United. Now, probably Leeds United fans will be biting my head off now, because they're not biting my head off, trying to kill me probably. I mean, it's Leeds in the end of the day. 13th, I think that's a good realistic option. It's playing it safe. No one knows how Leeds are going to do. They've made some alright signings. We know Bielsa can probably compete in the Premier League pretty good. But I've gone 13th. It could go up, it could go down. It'll be interesting to see. I've played it safe. I'm sorry, Leeds fans. Don't kill me. In 12th place, I've gone for Newcastle United. Now, Newcastle, they had that takeover bid potentially happening. It didn't happen, did it? And they didn't get Mbappe in the end of the day, so Who have they got instead? Oh yes, all the Bournemouth rejects. Right, so they've got Callum Wilson and Fraser. They could actually be a very good impact. And I think Newcastle side could do pretty decent this season. I think they'll be comfortable mid-table. 11th, I've gone for Sheffield United. Now, you probably hear that second season syndrome bouncing about, and it could happen. I think Sheffield, they're now got experience. They've got Chris Wilder, he knows what he's doing, certainly after the first season. I think they won't perform as good as last season, but I think they'll take a mid-table finish again. Good season, I think, ahead for Sheffield United, and they'll probably be all laughing at their Wednesday brothers getting the 12-point deduction. At number 10, I've gone for Southampton. Now, Danny Ings was on fire last season, and I don't know why he's only got like 22 minutes in the England squad. What the fuck are you doing, Southgate? Anyway, Southampton, I think, with the right firepower, I think they could be a very good side, and they could actually be trying to hit in that top 10. Only time will tell if they win the most important matches, and they've got a good test right at the beginning against Crystal Palace, so we'll see how they want to react to this season. Now, in 9th place, I have Everton. Now, this one I made before James Rodriguez joined, and they could go either way. Now, Everton have always made, what in my eyes, some good signings season upon season, but they continuously disappoint. They've finished mid-table. I mean, last season, they nearly got fucking relegated. But certainly at the beginning of the season, Ancelotti, of course, has come in. He's got the experience. He could push them high. They could be finishing a lot higher, and I could be just looking red-faced come like 9 months' time. But I think Everton, they'll certainly be in the top 10. I'm not expecting too much from them. In 8th place, we've got Leicester City, and I've predicted them 8th. I think last season they stayed in the top 4 all the season, apart from when it mattered the most towards the end, and they did fall apart a bit. They'll be lucky to try and regain their form now, and they've made probably signings to try and reflect that. But I feel they're probably still relying on Jamie Vardy a lot, and I mean, he's getting on a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still performing well, but there's that one season where he stops performing, and Leicester, I think, will struggle. But be an interesting season for them. It could be the last one before the score kind of moves away, but who knows? I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. In 7th, we have Arsenal. Now, I think there is an argument to say that my Arsenal and Everton prediction should probably swap, but I've got Arsenal because they have just won 2 trophies with the FA Cup and Community Shield. Aubameyang looks like he's staying, and they've looking a lot stronger, even though they've got that blood-splattered away kit, which we'll just ignore for now. But I think Arsenal, if they do get that rhythm and they get it all together, they could be a dangerous side this season. But again, I could be completely wrong. We'll see. It's the wonders. It's the wonders of making Premier League predictions. In 6th place, I've gone for Wolves. Now, Wolves, they've been very, very strong. They're making them signings again. Connor Cody's finally got into the England squad. It's all good for them at the moment. I think if consistency tells you anything, they'll finish around them Europa League places again, and we'll probably want to look to get in an FA Cup or Carabao Cup in their trophies. I mean, they're perfectly capable. Then again, the Carabao Cup belongs to Man City nowadays, don't it? Coming into number 5, in 5th place, I've gone for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, everyone's been watching that All or Nothing, and I feel like we've all got attached to Tottenham in some way. Certainly Jose Mourinho, but I think Tottenham, they'll have a good campaign. They showed such a good improvement under Mourinho, even if the football's not to the best of everyone's, taste. But I think in terms of squad quality, they're not as good as the top 4 at the moment. 5 though, 5th. I mean, they'll be aiming for top 4, but I think 5th will be their place this season. Coming into number 4, I've got Manchester United. Now, I don't know how many penalties they'll get this season, but that'll propel them up. I think since Bruno Fernandes came in and then changes were made around January, I think they've been a really good side. They've been on excellent form, and I think they'll continue that this season. They're against now teams in the top 4 which have a very good quality squad, and I think Manchester United, similar to Tottenham, will need a lot coming together to really propel them up the table. Again, I could be wrong. I'm just seeing, are they relying on Bruno Fernandes too much, or Greenwood and Rashford? Martial, could he go for Golden Boot this season? I don't know. It depends who takes penalties, I guess. In number 3, I've gone for Manchester City. Now, this is one of them strange ones, because some people put in Man City top, some are putting them second. I've gone for third. Now, I'm only going by they failed to secure Messi and David Silva's gone. And I reckon David Silva actually paid a lot to their form. Don't get me wrong, I think you know, they will be very competitive. I'm probably predicting a very close title race this season. But I just think the other two teams will probably just get there ahead of Man City this season. That means in second, I've gone for Chelsea. I mean, they're just showing what you need to do to keep up with Liverpool's and Man City's. They've made a lorry load of signings, and Timo Werner, I think, is a brilliant signing for them. And you know, all them players are brought in. They're going to be a very big force. Now, if Timo Werner gets on that form and Kai Havertz, you know, they're going to be goal-scoring machines. Forget Man City, you've got Chelsea to worry about. And I predicted that they will finish very good in the table. I really want there to be a title race this season. I've put them in second, though. They'll be close to getting Liverpool's title, who I've predicted first again. Liverpool, I mean, a lot of people are thinking Liverpool have fallen apart a bit. I mean, that might be the case. You know, maybe the emotions of finally winning titles got to them. I don't think Klopp would allow that to happen. I think Liverpool they'll be up there, they'll be competing in all the competitions again. I think they've certainly got the squad depth to do that. They haven't lost any big players, if any, in their starting lineup, and you know, they're trying to add to it in their own way. You know, I'll tip them for the title again. I think it'll be a lot closer than last season, but it will be a very interesting season. And that concludes my table prediction. As always, I will come back to this at the end of the season, and I'll no doubt be very embarrassed by my choices. But make sure you do comment down below. Who do you think will be winning the league? Who do you think is going down? And how do you think the newly promoted sides would do? I mean, I've tipped them 2 down, 1 to finish mid-table. Who knows? I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you do watch my Premier League predictions, score predictions. You can comment down on there as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.